But you're not so ready for prime time parts players. Heather Brandon Metz, Craig Cartmill, Tiffany Kolb, Marcella Fazolin, John Lightline, Mark Shiring, with our special guest Jim Michael. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our special guest Jim Michael.
Guten Morgen, guten Morgen. Willkommen. Wie geht es Ihnen? Wir haben ein großen Erscheinen für Sie heute. Warten eine Second. Oh mein Gott. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Please forgive me. I forgot which group I was at. A little premature there. My mistake. Hey, listen, it's great to be here in New York, in Las Vegas. You know, ever since I was a kid, I dreamed of being on Saturday Night Live. You know, I figured I had an end. I mean, if you think about it, as I did, the executive producer, Lorne Michaels, Jim Michael. One of the most popular guest hosts of all time, Steve Martin, 2 first names, Jim Michael, 2 first names. Tom Cruise, huge babe magnet, stud, and I got those 2 first names. But I tell you, maybe that's the explanation why I'm hosting this wannabe make-believe version of the show. No, you know what it is? You know what it is my stellar performance in last year's Weakest Link. They realized that I was the only funny guy of the bunch.
Okay, I understand what's going on here. What it was is to try and lead the bald guy from California right up to the edge, make him think he's going to win, and then drop him like he was so much dirt. Well, I tell you what, the winner is starting to piston me off. I think I'll open a can of whoop-ass on her.
No idea how hard that is to look at. And that's me. I can imagine you guys. But anyways, you know, it's great to be hosting Parts Live. We've got a great show for you tonight. We've got Weekend Update with such gripping topics, cutting-edge topics, as the new online orders tracking system. We've got a customer satisfaction survey online, back order availability. Oh, wait. We'll cut that one out. We've got no back orders. That one will save us some time. We've got a 2004 Series 60 engine update, a foreign trade zone update. Oh, and the distributor ordered in air results. Now that, by the way, just so you know, any discrepancy, any problem we have in the entire plant, distributor ordered in air results. So you'll be interested in that. We've got Shakira here. Okay, she's not going to make it. She's still asleep up in my room. She's a little tied up. Aerosmith is here. Actually, they're also tied up in the room. They've got a scheduling conflict at the Betty Ford Club. Hey, but we've got something even better than that. You guys will remember the Madonna, Britney Spears. Well, we've got Tiffany and Heather going to sing us a little duet later, so stick around.
New Power Scope is an engine coolant.
No, new Power Scope's a mouthwash.
It's an engine coolant.
It's a mouthwash.
It's an engine coolant. Hey, calm down, you two. New Power Scope is both an engine coolant and a fresh taste of mouthwash. Here, I'll put some in the engine right now. And I'll also put some in your mouth.
traction power, you can put it to a test. So pour some in your engine, try some for yourself. All you need is Power Scope and nothing else.
From Studio 8H, it's John Lively and Heather Brandon.
Good evening. I'm John Liveline, and you're not.
Thank goodness, one of you's too many. And I'm Heather Brandon Metz, and here's tonight's top stories. In response to the results of the customer satisfaction survey, we are in the process of developing a new automated customer enhancement system. Every year, we disregard your comments and plan to make changes based on the results of the customer satisfaction survey.
Regard, reconsider. We look at it.
Oh, that's the ticket. Right, yes. Every year we read your comments, and by the end of this year, we plan to have a new automated expedite system in place to get answers faster than ever before. With one quick call to your customer representative, your order will be updated to provide better follow-up to you from your customer representative. It also includes email updates with shipping information the moment your expedited part ships. Also in PDC news, the customer satisfaction survey is going to be found on the extranet in the first quarter of 2004. Our camera team was able to capture the following reaction from a couple distributors. According to our insiders, parts managers will receive an announcement letter indicating the startup.
Really exciting news there, Heather.
Yeah, and your update on back orders is going to be a laugher too, John. More like a tearjerker. If we had a part in stock, I'd throw it at you.
This just in. The PDC and Remanufacturing East are teaming up to provide a new system for power choice engines long blocks to improve quality, productivity, and most importantly, customer service. The project is currently in the design phase. The new system will allow the distributors to enter orders through the extranet. They will immediately be sent electronically to the Remanufacturing Center for quick processing. We look for the system in 2004. Also, to improve delivery of cycle time, a second source for Remanufacturing West has been implemented for your power choice engine order needs. Heather?
Thanks, John. The PDC is moving up in the extranet world. There is now a web page on the extranet that contains links to all of the PDC-specific content. Select Customer Support from the top menu bar. Parts Distribution Center will be the third link down on the left side. The contents of this new page were previously only accessible by going 2 levels deeper in the General Parts Information menu. Any new content that anyone needs out on the extranet should have a link on this page. In more recent news, John Liveline was found in a filthy gondola early in the morning last week. Investigators believe that it may have been a couple of angry customer service representatives trying to get answers for their distributors. John has since recovered and so have back orders on cylinder and overhaul kits.
Still sure you Let's review the back order status. In May of this year, DDC back orders topped almost $14 million. However, they have been falling steadily since, and that trend is expected to continue. During that area, Series 60 cylinder kits also had a high point in May of this year of $5.2 million. They are now well below the $800,000 mark. In shocking news, effective October 1st, DDC will no longer be discounting cylinder kits. During February 2003 through September, DDC provided $385,000 of assistance in air freight by reducing the price. Two-cycle cylinder kits. Many of you are aware that rings were a problem. Those have since been recovered and are doing better. We are now working on liners. Liner emphasis was previously focused on the 4-cycle product line. Now that that is back in spring, we are efforts fully behind the 2-cycle cylinder kits.
Place your orders today for Series 60 cylinder heads. They are in stock.
It wasn't that funny. Turbochargers, that thing that moves the air, are also increasing their capacity. A get well is expected to see itself in the fourth quarter of 2004.
Did we mention Series 60 cylinder kits are getting better?
We're not sure if any customers had seen this, but our damper supplier went bankrupt earlier this year and went out of business. The purchasing department devoted full effort to find a new supplier. It is now on stream and dampers are in stock.
Series 50 and 60 EUIs are also in stock. We always need our cores back, but we do have availability on Series 50 and 60 EUIs.
The area for our industrial customers is 4,000 bearings and crankshafts. A number of main bearings have been delivered to the field. We're expecting the rod bearing deliveries late September, early October of this year. We have also increased the capacity at our crankshaft supplier, and that issue should be behind us shortly.
You need a break. DDC supplier Duralite is back in full production and charge air coolers are now available. And did I mention Series 60 cylinder kits are now getting better? Good, good.
Series 149 rings. Our supplier was forced to close one of its manufacturing plants. The equipment and tooling was moved to a new plant. During the production phase, a stress test resulted in cracks within some of the rings. As DDC is committed to delivering only quality parts to the field, a number of rings have had to be scrapped at the supplier. We are working with them on a daily basis at the highest levels to reduce and correct this problem.
Series 50 balance shafts are on the shelf. Series 60 oil gears are improving with a get well expected in early October. Did I mention the Series 60 cylinder kits are improving? First fill availability. We were lagging way down there back in May of 2003, and now as of September, we're up to 90%. And I hear when John was here yesterday, we hit 92. What does that tell you? Last year, we introduced a new online return system. This year, we are happy to announce that the system is fully implemented. The customer's acceptance has been high. The major concern was the elimination of the return material administrator, which left no one to talk to. But have no fear, Marnie is still at the PDC to give her a call. We've been trying to monitor cycle time as much as possible. 59% of RMs are processed within 10 days, 87% are within 20 days, and 93% are processed within 30 days.
Recent improvements to the system include some enhanced email capabilities. This now allows DDC to send specific questions regarding RMs rather than having to reject them for information. We have also placed the ability for the administrator to recall previously accepted or denied returns which require further input rather than having the customer have to manually resubmit the entire request. One of the planned improvements for the system is going to be a flag on the... We talked about this, not that kind of... A signal to the RP system which will tell you if you had previously entered your P-ship. That may indicate that you are inputting a duplicate request. In global news, allegations are flying that many claims are being denied. Let's see why some parts claims are being denied. Parts with a $30 or less extended value generally cost more to process than the part's value itself, considering the picking, packing, shipping costs, counting, restocking processing, the administrative costs both at DDC and the customer. Also, RMs are not designed to cover customer order cancellations. The system was put in place to a problem where a part is not required for the repair. Requests must be made within receipt at the distributor. This is important to correct a number of problems. Should there be a picking error or mislabel of an item in a DDC location, that needs to be corrected immediately so that it does not proliferate itself out to other customers. Also, DDC also places stock orders with their suppliers immediately after shipping the material. Should that request be delayed, DDC would then be in a position where they would be bringing in material from the supplier and also bringing back material from the customer, resulting in excess parts on the shelf. It should also be noted that the return material system is not designed for promotional rebates through the parts marketing process. Some ways that the distributors have to take care of their surplus material is the parts locator process. During 2003 year-to-date, DDC assisted in transferring over $392,000 of material through the parts locator program. DDC also provides additional credits to handle surplus material. During 2002, customers were credited $9.9 million worth of items from the 2% credit allowance.
You do so like the sound of your own voice, don't you? Oh, sorry, that was last year's show.
As some of you may have seen last year, during the Parts Fair and Step Up program, there were new, minor, temporary delays in delivering just
Whoa. Minute, minor, temporary, they were horrible. It was major. Major.
No, mine says right there.
Well, then you wrote your own script. It's major.
Duh.
Major. Major delays.
To prevent this occurrence happening, DDC has purchased an additional $25 million worth of parts, including cylinder kits, cylinder heads, water pumps, blow gears, turbochargers, air compressors, camshafts, EUIs.
You've done something?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
Good. Okay.
Many of you have already transmitted your Parts Fair orders to the PDC, and with the addition of this material, which is a number of it has already been delivered from our suppliers, most of those orders are already being processed and should be on your receiving desk as you return back home. In other news, MTU is changing computer systems and going to the SAP system. Their old system will be turned off effective December 13, 2003. Never here to save today. DDC has purchased an additional $1.1 million worth of material to cover orders during that transition. Next, Mercedes-Benz first fill availability. That has also been continued to rise. In July, DDC filled orders at a rate of 91% first fill, and then in August, moved itself up to 93% first fill. Also for Mercedes-Benz, during the period of 2002 and 2003, DDC assisted in the training of over 174 distributor personnel in the Electronic Parts Catalog, or EPC. Next, DDC has also been aware that there is a new engine coming out for 2004. DDC has already set up on over 75 part numbers which will be unique to that engine and placed orders with our suppliers. That material is expected to be delivered before December, when distributors can place their initial stocking orders for delivery in December of this year in preparation of the engines hitting the field early 2004. Next, DDC is also working on additional direct ship opportunity for our customer base. We expect Bendix to be able to direct ship to customers late 2003. This should increase the margins DDC customers are seeing.
Sorry about that. Are you done? Oh, good. Okay. In a major stint to boost, DDC has become an activated foreign trade zone will provide customers with more accurate information, more timely responses, and most of all will permit faster processing of customs clearance for importation of parts from MTU, Mercedes, VM Motori, and other international suppliers.
Sounds like some type of political speech. Mike Carlson. Michael.
Yes.
There was a rumor that of over 200 governor candidates, that Heather is on the list in California. Can you confirm this?
Yeah, she is.
See, and he voted for me too. Actually, I'm going to run for president too. Isn't it?
Time to go on one of my favorite subjects, Hollywood Minute. And here to give us the latest scoop is our correspondent, Tiffany Call. Tiff, what have you got?
Good evening, everybody. Are you guys still awake after Don's speech there? How you doing?
I wasn't. I just slobbered a little too.
Yeah. In movie news, a third Charlie's Angels is due to hit box office this fall. Strange thing about it, the Angels are promoting international invoicing via email. Not sure what that's all about. Let's check out this trailer and see more.
It's the most sophisticated weapon system on the planet. It can operate without detection. It can strike without warning. And all it takes to unleash its power from anywhere in the world. It is 3 simple words.
Good morning, Angels.
What's up, Charlie?
Angels, it's your mission to get all Latin American customers on board by the end of December 2003. Over.
John, you're really getting into that, aren't you? Busting move, huh? Yeah. I definitely wouldn't mess with those Angels. Especially one of them.
They should have stopped it too.
Yeah, definitely not children's material.
Well, I have a question for you. International invoices are going via email, so what does that do for the distributors?
So we set up the system so that we could improve time when the parts are shipped to forwarders to clear customs for the international guys. So if you are an international distributor and you need to cut off, just give him your email address and he'll get you set up. But we'd like to get everybody set up by December before the Angels will come up here. That's all I have for tonight.
Okay. Thanks, Tiffany. Tragedy in the order world today. Reports indicate that the PDC is overwhelmed with massive mounds of parts that have been returned. In the year 2002, 1.4 million was returned to the PDC due to distributor ordered in error. Ordered in error may result in additional labor costs, additional handling costs, a decrease in catalog, increase in credit processing systems, and lost sales, just to name a few. As you can see, it can greatly impact both distributor and DDC profitability. We need your help to reduce distributors ordered in error. Our last story this evening is concerning emergency versus stock orders. Please note that it is a good indicator of inventory management. It can help reduce costs for the distributors, dealer, end user, and DDC, increasing profitability. Most importantly, it will result in better overall customer service. This and ordered in error are currently provided to distributors on a monthly basis.
In November 2002, some radical changes began to transpire at the PDC campus. For a special report, correspondent Craig Cartman. Craig?
standing outside of the Worldwide Parts Distribution Center in Canton, Ohio. Inside, major changes have occurred with the organization over the past year. In fact, last November, they implemented high-performance teams. The mission has been based on a vision to become the distribution organization for Daimler commercial vehicles. Inside, they established 26 teams. Business, cost reduction, quality improvements, productivity enhancements, and most importantly, improving service to customers. Since that time, major changes have occurred. Significant growth in business by adding product lines such as Hyundai, Freightliner kits, Chrysler body panels, automobiles, Mercedes-Benz steering gears, and even Orion bus parts. Of course, though, the major focus remains DDC and the reliability manufacturing of parts. As a result, an empowered workforce is focusing on improvement. So if you would like to have more information about how teams could help your distributorship, contact the DDC representative at the Parts Fair. This has been Craig Cartmill from Canton. Back to you, Heather and John.
Thanks, Craig. Here we're going to be distributing birds next. That's all I have for this evening. Good night. Tomorrow.
Shipping yet? Want to know where it's at? You can track it yourself. We'll show you how. What do you know about the MTU 4000? We'll teach you. This engine is made in a sophisticated engine plant in Brazil, far from the Amazon. Are you contacting the correct person when you need a PLD and providing the correct information? We'll tell you. We're in Vegas, talking about different training tools with our special guest star, Marcelo Fazzolini, an expert with the MTU 4000. Here from Daimler Chrysler do Brazil, MTU 4000 expert, Marcelo Fazzolini. Welcome to the show. You are from Brazil, correct?
Yes.
Do they speak Spanish there? Is it anywhere near Portugal?
O que eu estou fazendo aqui, esses gringos loucos? Mr. Donahue, with all due respect, the Brazil language is Portuguese, not Spanish. And Brazil is South America, far from Europe or near Portugal. By the way, hasn't your show been canceled? I'm from Brazil. I've heard rumors about that.
Come on now, let's stick to the subject. So they don't speak Spanish? Interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in Canton? And who's the team that supports the 4000?
Certainly. There is a Detroit Diesel and Daimler Parts Brazil team working full-time to support the DD 4000 engine customers. The team is made up of myself, who works with parts support, all issues regarding parts, Mr. Evandro Silva, responsible for the technical service. We have one more colleague, that's Mr. Andre Ferrares, logistics. And we have one engineer working and living at Freightliner Corporation, who is Mr. Ronaldo Bertone.
Thank you. So you can't speak Spanish?
Yo, Phil, back here. I got a question for Mr. Portugal.
What's your question?
Oh. Okay, well, can you tell us about some of the features for this MTU 4000 engine?
Yeah, I can, but first you can let this Spanish team go, can you? I can't speak Spanish, amigo. Well, the DD4000 is an electronic engine made at Dyno Parts Brazil in São Paulo State, Brazil. The DD4000 has 6 cylinders in line. It is 2.8 liters and goes from 350 to 450 horsepower. The foot pounds is 1,350 to 1,550. Also, the DD4000 is being applied in Freightliner, Sterling, and Western Star trucks. There are some product lines, Century Class, Columbia, FL 112. We have the L line and A line for Sterling, and we have the 4,900 for the Western Star.
Thank you. You have a question, sir?
Well, actually, I was on my way to the Jerry Springer show, but it was sold out.
Jerry.
Hey, I thought your show was canceled too. I mean, aren't you dead?
You want some Springer? I'll give you some Springer. Got way off the subject there. Now the emotion's out. But you have a real question for Marcelo?
No, the motion's just beginning. Yeah. I got a question for Marcus Allen here. I want to know how many line items are in the system and what's the first fill rate. Tell me that, macaroni Frigidaire.
I didn't tell my name, but I got to answer a question. MTPDC has already been set up in the system, 526 items, and we have around $1 million in stock. Also, the first fill rate is over 92%, what's pretty good for a new end and new product line.
It's very important that the distributors transmit their entire inventory to the locator. All MBE 4000 stock. Got it? Any questions?
Yeah, you know what? I got another question. Serious question for Marshmallow. I've heard rumors, and I need to know. I've heard rumors that the MBE 4000 fuel filter housing repair kit is now available for field repairs. Is this true? I need to know. I can handle the truth.
I'm done, sir. I'm going to answer. It's true. MTPDC has stock availability in the DD 4000 fuel filter housing repair kit. The part number is 235-33319, and I strongly recommend that all distributors and dealers should have it in stock.
Okay, thanks.
You have a question, sir?
Yeah, I want to know, you guys are selling a lot of engines now, but what happens in 2004? Will that engine meet emissions?
That's a very good question. The EB 4000 will meet the EPA 2004 certification, and I strongly recommend to you that all distributors and dealers should have in stock the EB 4000 spare parts testing list. The spare parts testing list is posted in the extranet for the current EB 4000 and EPA 2002, and everybody should have it in stock.
Thank you. Possible that there are distributors that do not know how to place orders for PLDs. What's wrong with the picture? These are for on-highway applications. Okay. Here's the process that should be followed when ordering the part. Tell me if I'm wrong, Marcelo. The process should go like this. When placing a PLD on order, the distributor should contact Avandro Silva for MBE 4000 engines or David Nestor for MBE 900 engines and provide the following information. Serial number, horsepower and torque, quantity, type of transmission. The authorization number is provided by Avandro. The distributor then enters the order via PowerNet and contacts their customer service representative at the PDC. The PLD is programmed to the information provided and shipped.
Yo, Phil, back here. You know, you're really getting into this.
Love my job.
You have classes? Yeah.
Thank you.
So the PLD ships from Canton. Exactly how can the distributors find their own tracking number?
It's pretty easy, pretty easy. The distributor just plugs the PDC shipper number into the carrier's website and can track it with ease as displayed on his screen. You saw back. Menlo Air Freight, former Emory. Roadway Express has a website you can use to track parts and shipments. UPS also has a website. All you have to do, put in the P-shipper number. You don't have to call anymore. You can track it yourself. That's all the time we have for this evening. I'd like to take this time to thank Marcella Fazlin for being on the show. On the slot machines last night about 10:30.
People out there, thank you.
We want to take some time now for questions and answers. So if anyone has any questions you'd like to bring up, hopefully we can answer your questions. And if we can't answer it now, we'll provide you with an answer. Any questions?